Hello everyone, welcome to the Peep Show. We are Monday, the 2nd of March. Sylvain Loganadin with you for a new Peep Show. Today we are going to discuss if it is the right time to get long on the stock market. Is it the good time to buy the dip? That's the question everyone is currently asking ourselves. Why? Because we had a pretty, I would say, interesting week last week. It was a very dynamic week. We lost almost 15% of the on the US equity market. We were used to lose more than 1,000 points every trading session on the Dow Jones. We also saw some amazing level on the gold. The gold just skyrocketed last week. We also have seen a huge decline in the value of the US crude oil prices. If you look at the US crude oil prices, we just lost 25% since the 1st of January. Okay, so since the beginning of the year, we lost 25%. So that's an amazing, amazing counter performance, and we will see what we can do about it. First, before we start, just have a quick look at the risk disclaimer on the left side of the screen. If you are trading future stock options and CFDs, whatever, those instruments are leverage instruments and bear some risk. So you should be aware of those before you start negotiating with those kind of instruments. Okay, good. So on the US stock market, and if we have a quick look at the Dow Jones, the first thing we have to take into consideration and into account is that the Chinese Purchasing Manager Index that was published last Saturday was definitely not good. The Chinese PMI, so Purchasing Manager Index, was released at 35.7. This is the worst number ever since the first publication of the Chinese PMI back in 2005. Okay, so in January 2005 they started to publish their PMI, so their Purchasing Manager Index. And even during the financial crisis of the subprimes in 2008, we didn't add such bad numbers. So in 2008, during the subprime crisis, the number was 38.8. We have 35.7, and we don't even know if that number was, I would say, polished and made well, or if it's the raw number, the real number. Okay, so that's quite interesting. The market opened the day, at least on the futures market on the Dow Jones, with a bearish gap that was quickly paid by investors. We even tried during I would say during the beginning of the European trading session we saw an attempt to break out, and then quickly followed by sellers, and now we are in between. We don't know if we are going to reach new resistance level or not. I will give you my scenario for that. So basically, the US market is opening in less than 12 minutes. So in less than 12 minutes, we will have the answer. Is the market going up or down? For me, basically, I'm pretty interesting. I'm pretty interested in those kind of levels because we lost 15% in a week. There is some stocks that are very interesting for me, and by very interesting I mean I have a discount. I have a discount price of, for example, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, etc. So all those big stocks, big names are discounted right now. Amazon also is pretty interesting. We can definitely wait for better prices because I think that the market can go a little bit lower, and this is something that is definitely possible. But for now, in terms of market timing, I think we will have more chances of going up than down. So Basically, a strategy that would be possible is to go long on some stocks such as Apple, Amazon, Facebook, etc., etc. So basically, all the stocks that will that will survive over the next 20, 30, 40 years, and go short on the derivative markets using futures. So you can go long stock and short futures if you want to start building long position into your portfolio. That's something that could be easily be done. Okay, so long stocks, short futures. So long stocks, for example, Amazon, etc., and short Dow Jones. Or if you want to take and have a directional bet, yeah, you can go bullish on the U.S. Stock, U.S. equity market, and basically you can be bullish on the Dow Jones right now. But I don't think it will be very good. But I don't think it will be a very good opportunity on the in terms of market timing. This is maybe not the good time. I will start to maybe be bullish middle of at the end of this week, but right now on Monday, buying without knowing all the facts, I'm not really interested to, and I'm not into rushing into the market right now. Let's see if today is a very bullish day. We will have the answer in less than 10 minutes. Um, but I have another directional bet. If you are looking for a directional bet, I have something for you because this is something that really interests me a lot. Um, so this is a chart of the WTI, so the US crude oil. And as you may know, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and all major oil producers will meet in Vienna this week. So next, it will be during the 5th and the 6th of March. So this week, basically, they will meet in Vienna and they will talk. Okay, so basically, Saudi Arabia is suggesting all the oil exporting countries and producing countries that they not simply, I would say, reduce the production of crude oil barrel by 600,000 barrels a day, but they want to reduce it by 1 million. Okay, so the quantity should be reduced by 1 million to adjust the demand, the current demand level that is very low, according to normal, according to the normal, how to say that, average. Russia was first not very enthusiastic. Russia also said that the current prices of the crude oil suits them quite well. They don't need any higher prices. They can survive on $45 per barrel crude oil. But at the end, they say that they would be interested in cooperating with all the other OPEC countries, um, and that's basically it. So basically, Russia is often doing those kind of things, at first not saying yes directly, but then complying with all the other countries. So that's sort of that's a good communication, I would say, and funny communication. Communication exercise by Russia, not saying yes too early, just saying yes at the right time. So that's kind of interesting. So the oil market and the U.S. oil market is very, for me one of the most interesting directional bet you can do. Why? Because we lost 25%. The demand was effectively very low in January and February also, because China was China is one of the top consumer of U.S. oil, because they need a lot of those to export to export products, etc. And with the quarantine stuff, etc., and the coronavirus, they demanded less oil, but that situation could not last forever. And we also saw a peak in the coronavirus cases in China last week, and basically I think the worst is over for China. So the demand will increase gradually in the next few weeks. And also you have to combine that with also a reduction in the production of oil by Saudi Arabia plus Russia, and you will ultimately, sorry, get higher prices in crude oil. So basically, I'm bullish right now on oil, and this is one of the directional bet I will take. I will not be so directional on the US stock market right now. I will be more, I would say, neutral, because the trend is is a little bit hard to defend. But on crude oil, we have a good directional bet to take right now, and I'm definitely bullish on it. All right, guys, that will be all for me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your question on the Wheel of Arya World Facebook group, or directly in the comment section. We see each other tomorrow for a new Peep Show. If you have any other questions, I told you can ask your questions on the comment section. See you tomorrow, and take care.